Hey, if you're a freelance bookkeeper for restaurants, you already know it's a whole different world, isn't it? Today, we're going to dive into all of it, the struggles, the wins nobody sees, and why what you do is so incredibly important. And most of all, I want you to know you are not alone on this journey.
I mean, come on. Does this feel familiar? Because this is it, right? This is the perfect picture of our businesses. One minute, you're on top of the world, clients are rolling in, and the next, whoosh, your stomach just drops. We've all been there. And that's exactly where we're going to start.
Yep, the classic feast or famine. Some months, it feels like you can't even keep up. The phone's ringing, emails are coming in, and then, suddenly, crickets. Just total silence. And let's be real, it's so easy to start thinking, what did I do wrong? Is it me? But here's the thing, that feeling, it's not telling you the whole story.
You know that little voice in your head, the one that gets really loud during the quiet times, whispering, "See, you're failing"? Man, that voice is convincing. But that's all it is, a feeling. It's not the truth. The reality is, the restaurant industry has this crazy rhythm, this constant ebb and flow. You're just riding its waves. It has absolutely nothing to do with how good you are at your job.
So, why is it so up and down? Well, think about it. The restaurant world it's just always moving. New places are opening, beloved spots are closing their doors. A restaurant gets sold, and sometimes a client literally just vanishes overnight. The big thing to remember here, none of that is on you. It's all happening out there, completely beyond your control.
Okay, so what do we do with those quiet times? How do we flip the script? Instead of seeing it as failure, what if you saw it as prep time? A gift, even. This is your chance to get organized, to finally take that course, to polish up your processes, or hey, just to breathe for a minute. You're not being unproductive, you're planting seeds. And trust me, when the busy season hits again, you'll be so glad you did.
And always, always remember this. It is never a question of if the work will come back. It's only a question of when. That wave, it always comes back. Okay, so that handles the client roller coaster. But what about that other roller coaster, the one that happens inside our own heads? Let's talk about confidence.
Oh man, does this hit home for anyone else? That feeling, your heart is just pounding in your throat and all you have to do is walk up and talk to someone. It is one of the hardest things, right? But listen, feeling that anxiety is totally normal. It doesn't mean stop. Actually, it means you're right at the starting line. This is where real confidence begins. See, confidence isn't something you just have. It's something you build like a muscle. And you build it by doing the scary thing. Step one is just show up, even if your knees are knocking. And your goal? It's not to walk away with a signed contract. Nope. Your only goal is to make a connection. Just hand them your card. That's it. And when you hear no, and you will, we all do, that's not you failing. That's a workout. That's one more rep that makes you stronger.
And you know what the best part is? You don't have to be some kind of smooth-talking salesperson. In fact, it's probably better that you're not. Restaurant owners they're busy people. They don't have time for a polished pitch. They want genuine. They're looking for a real person they feel like they can trust with their baby, their business. So just be yourself. Seriously, that's your superpower. All right, so you've faced the fear, you've landed some clients. Awesome. But, that unlocks a whole new level of the game, doesn't it? Can we just be real for a second and talk about those clients? You know the ones that are just a lot. Let's see if any of these ring a bell. You got the constant nitpicker, questioning every single transaction. Or how about the late-night texter, who thinks 11 p.m. is a great time to ask about a receipt? And then there's my personal favorite, the one who asks questions in a way that just implies you made a mistake, making you second-guess everything. It is absolutely draining. And if you're nodding along, you are definitely not the only one.
You know, this is the secret part of the job description, isn't it? You think you're signing up to balance the books, but really you're balancing personalities. You're part accountant, part therapist, part communication expert. And that's a skill all on its own. It's real work, and it's okay to admit that it can really wear you down.
And that leads me to what I think is one of the real milestones of success in this business. It's not just about being fully booked. It's about being booked with clients you actually like, clients who respect what you do. The day you can confidently and politely say no to a new client that gives you a bad feeling, or even fire one that's draining the life out of you, wow, that is a game-changing moment.
You know, all of these challenges, the feast and famine, the confidence gap, the difficult clients, they all kind of stem from one central thing, a misunderstanding of what we actually do.
Because for so many people, bookkeeping is just this, writing checks to vendors, a simple task.
But we know better, don't we? You and I both know that's not even scratching the surface. That's like the tiniest tip of a giant iceberg. The real work, the valuable work, is everything that's happening underneath. Because this is what you really do. You're not just entering data. You're diving deep into their labor costs. You're giving them clarity on their food cost margins. You're showing them the real picture of their cash flow. You're helping that owner actually understand their P&L for the first time, not just look at it. You're giving them the information they desperately need to make smart decisions, the kind of decisions that determine if they succeed or fail.
So please, never, ever forget this. The next time you feel like just a number cruncher or someone's questioning your invoice, remember this truth. You are not just the bookkeeper. You are a strategic partner. You are giving that passionate, stressed-out restaurant owner a fighting chance. You are helping them succeed.
So I just want to leave you with one last thing. I know this journey is a roller coaster. I know there's self-doubt and frustrating clients and quiet months that mess with your head. But through all of it, please, please know this. You're doing better than you think you are. You really are. So I'll leave you with a question. Thinking about those quiet times as planting seasons, what's one small seed you can plant for your business today? Just one small thing. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer.